morning, students. Today I am going to explain the second chapter of Standard 6 SS. Today is the second lecture of chapter 2, and the name of the chapter is Journey from Primitive Man to Settled Life. Journey from Primitive Man to Settled Life. In my last video I discussed about early life of human being. Okay, I also said about stone age. I also said about neo age, also neo stone age also. My dear student, at that time his life was wandering life. He was wandering from place to place in search of food. He was eating meat of animals, fish, birds. Okay, so at last he started to live at the bank of river, because water is essential to survive on earth. Okay, now today I am going to explain about discovery of fire and wheel and ash, also changing of environment and his satellite, and from which places which kind of a proof we have got about his life. Okay, we know the historian said that they have got some proof about the fire, that 11,000 years ago they started use fire. Okay, what they were doing when they were making some weapons and some other works or some other things, when they were making from stone, when they just rubbed the stone, they found a little spark. And my dear student, that idea turned into discovery of fire. Got it? So when we rub two stones, okay, metals, that are stone now, when you rub it, what happens? The spark comes. So we can get some information that through that thing they got the idea of fire. Okay, and it is said it is more or less 11,000 years ago. The historian got some proof that discovery of fire, okay, that is 11,000 years ago, all we can say. Okay, my dear student, after that what happened? Climate change, the heat increase, temperature increase. Okay, and my dear student, because of that temperature, heat and everything, okay, there is little change found in vegetation that started growing. Okay, different kinds of vegetation they are growing. So it is said 12,000 years ago something change in atmosphere they found. Okay, and because of that change, okay, different kind of vegetation they started growing, and that help man to rare animals. Okay, because animals they eat green grass and something na. So because of that environment change, okay, humidity, rain, okay, temperature, because of that the vegetation started growing, and because of that he got the idea of cattle rearing. We can see. He was staying near the bank of the river. He started farming also. Okay, we can say. So cattle rearing, my dear student, cattle rearing and animal husbandry, these are interrelated things. Okay, these are interrelated things. We can say here, why? My dear student, he was started because of the vegetation. He started rearing animals, and my dear student, for the animals, grass can be provided. Okay, whatever he growing around him, the animals they were eating. So we can say cattle rearing and animal husbandry. Okay, my dear student, he started to use the animal which give milk, and that is also good for food, we can say edible. Got it? So after the change in environment, vegetation started growing. Okay, changes found on earth, and because of that many things started growing, and that helped person. So my dear student, the it is also considered as the end of nomadic life and started settled life. Okay, because earlier he was living nomadic life. Okay, from place to place he was wandering in search of food, but now he started growing the things. Okay, farming, we can say farming. Okay, different kinds of edibles like wheat, barley, bajra. Okay, like that. What it, that's why it is written changing environment, and it was considered as a nomadic life ended and started settled life. Okay, so we can say here it means wandering life was ended, nomadic life was ended, wandering life was ended. Now, earlier it was called the hunting thing. Now he is called as a farmer. Okay, he is growing. Okay, so we can consider as a farmer age. We can consider as a farmer age. My dear student, when he started growing different kinds of food, okay, just I said, na, like wheat, barley, bajra, and some other things. We have got proof. Okay, the historian they have got proof. Okay, from different places like Burjong, Hurangi, Mehargarh, Langan, Bhimbetka, Inamgram, many things are there. My dear student, it is said that the Mehargarh can be considered as the oldest city of ancient people. Okay, so here shelter. Now he started. He was wandering. After that, he settled at one place, but he wanted to protect himself from wild animals. Okay, so he was staying in a caves, but later on his change his shelter, he started to make house. Okay, he started to make house in order to protect, to stay. Okay, and we have what proof from Inamgarh and Mehargarh. Okay, Inamgarh and Mehargarh about the houses. Okay, in Inamgarh we have got some proofs of some bones of children and men. Okay, so we can get some ideas about that also. What it, so clothing, when we consider about clothing, earlier he was using either the skin of animal or bark of a tree in order to cover his body, but slowly when he got the idea of growing, he started to change his clothing also. So we have got here, after the invention of fire, okay, his life became little, he found little change in his life. In my last video I also explained about wheel also. Okay, transportation, means of transportation. Earlier he was on walking on foot, then bullock cart, then different means came, like some nowadays we are using plane, bus, like that. Got it? Second thing was changing environment, that helps to stay, to live settled life. Okay, because of the change in atmosphere. Third thing, when he started living settled life, we have got some proof about food, shelter, clothing. My dear student, when he make house, here I have written one word, thatch. Thatch means hay. Thatch means hay. That is called dry grass. Dry grass. Okay, that is called hay. Okay, so here we have got the historians, they got proof of fire about 11,000 years ago, and 12,000 years ago they got change in environment, and that helped to live settled life. Okay, so here his wandering from place to place, that is ended, and it started settled life. Okay, so here I have explained this thing. Next time we will learn more. Thank you.